Hello, Speed Gaming. Welcome back to our Super Metroid Map Randomizer Mentor Tournament. If you don't know what the Mentor Tournament is, the format is essentially we took a bunch of new or new-ish players to Map Rando and put them in a tournament where we can have more experienced players sit with them through a race and kind of coach them through how to navigate a seed, any tricks they might be struggling with in the moment, and just kind of help them get familiarized with the experience of racing Map Rando. So yeah, we are here in our medium bracket, lower bracket specifically. We have Divine versus GDW. For the first game mode, our runners have chosen Item Draft. Item Draft is basically where each runner gets to pick a starting item, but each runner will veto an item that the other runner cannot pick, and then they'll pick an item to start with. So for starting items, our runners have chosen bombs and speed. I believe GDW picked bombs and Divine picked speed. But we are starting off in Parlor here. Got some West Ocean action going. Sky Missiles notably is in Logic because of Speed Booster here. And also you don't have to ride the platforms. So this should be a bit easier and quicker than what we're used to seeing for this particular item check. There's also a major in the Super Block item check as well. Divine having a little bit of trouble. Yeah, if you spark from the ground there, you end up a full tile away from the block, which makes it a little bit harder to actually time the shot to fall into the item. If you stand on like the right side of the right tile of that platform, you'll end up right next to the block, which makes it a little bit easier. I'm guessing that's exactly what Nita was explaining to him just there, coaching him through how to do that. That is Morph for Divine first. I am solo commentating and tracking today, so bear with me as I try to keep up with everything. Okay, we have our first super missiles, so that'll give us our other major that we saw elsewhere. There's also a tank behind these blocks. Divine remembering we started with bombs, because I did not remember that. That's very important that, yeah, because if you're used to just a normal map randomizer, not having starting items, you could easily walk into there and be like, okay, I need to come back as soon as I get bombs or power bombs. And it's like, no, you can just do it right now. Okay, GDW taking the slow method, not using the spark now. From this middle platform, you can do a crouch jump and shoot the block and get just high enough to grab the item. So we'll see if he can get it this try. Oh, we jumped from kind of far away, and now he's going to get pushed off. Unfortunately, that ceiling is going to push you off the platform, and you got to try again. Meanwhile, Divine picking up high jump from that other item spot in West Ocean that we saw. Yeah, Sky Missiles is the bane of many a map rando runner's existence. Yeah, we saw in the last tournament, and I'm pretty sure every single hard tricky tournament we've ever done, there's always a seed where you get some runners who get this item check as their first thing that they have to do, and then they just struggle with it for a few minutes because it's very much a pain. Ooh, Divine discovering that Fantoon is back at home at West Ocean. So that map will not be accessible just yet. You have to kill Fantoon first. Oh, we heard Divine accidentally unmuting himself there for a second on his own stream. That's power bombs for Divine. I'm curious if this is a case of GDW not being familiar with the spark, or both GDW and his mentor forgetting that they have speed. Again, we were talking about that earlier with the I forgot they had bombs when they went into the Greenbryn Reserve Room. Welcome to Speed Gaming 3 with the raid. Yeah, this is We've just started our match between GDW and Divine. This is a medium lower bracket match in the mentor tournament that we've been running for a while. Yeah, lower bracket. So the one who loses this best of 3 will be eliminated from the tournament, and the other one will advance. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember if we saw GDW trying speed early, and maybe he's just like not comfortable with that Shine Spark movement. I feel like he should be. Oh, and Divine struggling with the classic West Ocean platforming. This platforming to get across West Ocean notably is in medium difficulty, but it is some of the hardest basic platforming in the game. Um, yeah. You can also short charge this and spark across. Looks like that's what he's trying now. Oh, and he got a diagonal. You can feel the frustration building. He does have high jump right now, which makes these jumps a bit harder than they would be otherwise. Oh, he turned it off. Never mind. Yeah, both high jump and speed booster tend to affect your jump height in this game, which can be quite frustrating depending on the situation. Yeah, sorry, Diasolur. Yes, they are in a live call with their mentor in a Discord call. Hi, Ridley! Okay, well, map isn't happening for a little bit. Well, no, never mind. This is Oasis. They have high jump. They can get out. I thought that was like the immediate door out of West Ocean, but they're fine. Well, we know where 2 bosses are. Divine not saving. A little confusing to me, but like, yeah, saving is always an interesting topic in map rando in particular, because it's not like other randomizers where you know what you're gonna run into, so you can like safely um, choose to not save and be like, I'm not gonna die, I'll be fine. Map rando, you never know what's beyond the next door. Case in point, Divine almost dying to that sand hall. So yeah, it's like saving, because you'll notice this door transition takes a few seconds. So every save on top of the time it takes to save, you're talking about the time it takes to enter the door, wait for it to load the next room, and then do the same thing on the way back. So like there's definitely a lot of risk reward involved when you're debating whether or not to save after a certain amount of time. They did get their power bombs out of this entire sequence, so like if they die here, they will be without power bombs. All right, come on, GDW. I I really want them to just remember they have speed. Like again, like it. I feel like Soha would have noticed by now and remembered. Um, so part of me thinks this is just a decision where GDW doesn't like the spark method, or didn't get it the first few times, and now he's just trying to do this and struggling with it. Meanwhile, Divine has located that was Everest, which is not logically navigable right now. You can do a cross room jump to get up to the rest of the room. However, in medium, you're not expected to do any cross room jumps into water, because that's considered a hard tech, just because like understanding how the physics work of it is not necessarily something would intuitively figure out. And there's also like a lot of other complicated applications of that are more reasonably in hard logic. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with Divine's audio, because he's like sometimes coming through for phrases at a time. So we're gonna switch to GDW's audio real quick. Also, chat, how's the balance? For me, the game audio is kind of quiet, but that I know that doesn't always reflect what's happening on stream. Okay, Divine. Dang it. Divine got a major and I didn't see what it was. I'm sure I'll see him use it soon enough. If it was Spring Ball, he's probably going down to G4 elevator. Yes, I'm going to assume that was Spring Ball. Ooh, we're getting a little frame drops from Divine. Okay. Seems stable now. Okay, GDW trying with the Spark now. Looks like he tried on the wrong platform. Okay. Divine has discovered Moat. This is out of logic, so I'm a little curious why Divine and Nito have chosen to check this. Because you're definitely not supposed to be... Yeah. Looks like they have a recent save at the very least, so that was probably just it. Maybe the map was in that direction or something. If you play Super Metroid backwards, it's a game about reassembling a planet after reviving a giant brain lady. Don't you reassemble the planet first and then revive a giant brain lady? I feel like you got your order of operations mixed up there a little bit. More power bombs for Divine. We do have Spring Ball now. At least I'm pretty sure we do. So he should be able to get out of this this water here. Out of the beach. And that looks like a one-tile room over there, so another item check potentially. GW still trying... wait, that's a little too far to the right. Almost there. Ooh, various suit for Divine. That's a very nice find. No worrying about heat anymore. Also, when you're at one tank, that cuts the damage you take in half. So that's also a really nice find. He might... With this, I could see Divine going back for Fantoon. If I were Divine, and I'm sure he feels the same, he would prefer to have more than 5 missiles for Fantoon, but with the suit to reduce the damage you take from Fantoon, that's probably worth going for. Because then you get the map and a boss kill. That bonk feels bad. Yep, he's definitely getting some practice in. He's definitely rushing a bit, I think. He's trying to spark, like, almost immediately. Like, you have time to set it up. Okay, Divine going for the Mickey Mouse item, which he didn't attempt before because he didn't have much health. Even a missile pack at this point is a welcome find, I would say. Because, yeah, if you've never tried to do a 5 missile Fantoon, it's painfully slow and difficult and tedious. So even having one extra missile pack makes that fight go much more smoothly. GDW, that's... Oh, he's trying to get on the platform. That's interesting. Okay, I see what he's doing. It's a very creative solution to this room. You don't see that one very often. Wait a minute. Where's Divine going now? Okay. Yeah, he technically had access to this before, but without Suit and not knowing what's on the other side. Makes sense. We found Norfair with an accessible map now. Mine's still not going back for Fantoon, so we still don't know what else could be in Meridia, but Suit on its own is a very nice find. Very nice thing to get out of it. I was almost it for GDW, but he was angling up with the shot, so he couldn't shoot the block early enough to actually grab it. Then we have, I noticed Kraid on the Norfair map as well as Mother Brain. So we've located at least 3 of our 4 bosses plus Mother Brain. So Divine at this point is probably just gonna be looking for a solution to Ridley, which is we're kind of far away from that. Charge Beam technically gives you infinite damage, so technically you can do Ridley with that. But you really want, 1, a lot more health to survive, and 2, you want more damage. So like a lot of super missiles, 30 supers, or charge in a lot of beams. Come on, GDW, it's right there! Ah! Yeah, okay, yep. You can see Soha, I think, is talking him through, or maybe GDW is just like displaying his frustration of like hitting the wrong angle button. Because if he hits the angle down button and does that, he should get it. But he keeps angling up to shoot the block instead of down. Charge Beam for Divine. Speak of the devil. Ah, so close. Come on, GDW. You got this. Yes, yes. Ah! Yep, I think maybe what's happening is he's spamming the shot button, which doesn't work very well. You kind of just have to time the shot after you finish the bonk animation. There's a lot of stuff like that in Super Metroid and just a lot of retro games in general, where they don't really buffer inputs for you. So if you press a button early, nothing happens. So a lot of times, if you're mashing an input, you're still just gonna get the shot or the input out a little late. I think it's too far. Oh, we got it. Let's go. Let's go, GDW. Now go save. Plasma beam for Divine. Okay, well, we were talking about damage. That's the highest damage beam you could find. So this is turning into potentially a bit of a jet seed for Divine. If I can find plasma on the tracker, where'd it go? There it is. Okay. GDW has gotten his morph ball and has made it out to the save station. So now he can find his own super missiles into high jump, into power bombs, and also an E-tank, I believe, was there in missiles. Oh, they're going Alcatraz first. And they do have bombs, so this isn't logic. This makes sense. Divine, why? That wasn't a super door. You didn't have to do that. It didn't deserve that. Oh, right, thank you. Yep. Forgot to click it. In my head, I had already clicked it, but no, I was busy trying to find plasma on Divine's tracker. Okay. Divine doing the reverse super block to get to Kraid to get his first objective out of the way. Did that hit? I don't know if that hit. Okay, yeah, Divine farming up. Yeah, we saw him practicing the Kraid quick kill earlier when we were setting up, but looks like he's not gonna to burn the time just to farm the supers for it. And we get Kraid DLC. Let's go. That's one objective down for Divine. And again, Divine knows where Fantoon and Ridley are, as well as Mother Brain. So the only one we need to locate is Dragon. And we have Plasma and Charge, so we're already well on our way to having a Ridley solution, and we just need one more tank to be able to do Mother Brain. I'm not entirely sure what resources Divine will be comfortable with on Ridley, because this is like 2 tanks, which is decently low health. Like if you're doing an any percent run, you're coming in with about this much health, because you also have double suit. You have gravity suit at that point, which reduces the damage you take. Oh no, are they forgetting about bombs too? Soha and GDW? Surely not. Because yeah, their progression is in the middle of West Ocean. That's where they need to go next. Hopefully they didn't forget about bombs like I did, because that was a starting item for our item draft. They're still going this direction. That's really going to be really unfortunate. Okay, so this item, high jump and spring ball, does put it in logic and speed. High jump and speed too. You can speedy jump that. Gravity suit, magic pancakes, double suit. Let's go. Yeah, this is turning into a very fast seed for Divine. We've only visited like 2 zones, and we've already got most of the majors in the game. Yeah, pretty much half. They ran into Sandal and took an Ever Goop. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I imagine Divine would like one more beam just to up his DPS a little bit for Ridley. And then I imagine one more tank. Well, he needs one more tank, and then I would imagine 2 more probably to feel really comfortable with Mother Brain and Ridley. Yeah, GDW unfortunately just wandering further and further away from those super missiles that he's going to need. And Divine in all his exploring hasn't found any other super missiles, which means the odds of GDW finding them are also probably pretty low. There's more supers for Divine. Only the second pack we've seen the entire game. Ooh, that was dangerous. Boys and girls, this is why we hold L and R when entering a new room. L or R. Because you will stop on a dime and not carry your momentum into whatever enemy is sitting there right in front of the door. More supers for Divine. Nice to see. So yeah, if Divine tried to do Ridley on this loadout right now, it would be 20 charge shots and 15 supers. So that's not a bad Ridley at this point. Again, you really like to have more than just Plasma. Plasma by itself is good, but it's like right on the edge of like a boss, a high health boss being like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the words to describe this. It's like right on the edge of like, this is a fast boss fight versus this is a slow boss fight. It's right in between, where it's like it's faster than PRKD beam, which is like every beam but Plasma, but it's a good bit slower than all the other beam combinations that include plasma. So like PRKD beam is 300 health and then or 300 damage, and then this beam is 450, and then ice plasma is 600. Okay. GDW has escaped with high jump, choosing not to drop down yet. Understandable given they don't know the path back. Taking the save. Playing it cautious. Totally reasonable. Meanwhile, Divine is exploring more of Everest. Instead of going back for Fantoon, I kind of would have expected him to go for Fantoon by now because the map information is valuable. But at the same time, there's also Ridley there, and I can understand not wanting to go back there until you have a Ridley solution. GDW getting the bad news that this is the Fantoon save. So Fantoon's going to be right across the way here. Okay, Divine looks like he's headed back for Fantoon now. That might also mean he's willing to do Ridley on this. Yep. So yeah, that's definitely what Divine is headed back for. Gonna kill Fantoon, probably get the map, and then maybe save and go do Ridley. Probably save, I would say. So that after this, that'll be 3 bosses down for Divine, and then he's gonna be looking for Dragon. Because he has enough resources to finish the game outside of needing 1 more tank to survive Mother Brain's Rainbow Beam. Okay. GDW also getting the news that Ridley is here. Again, this could be a really fast seed for Divine. If Dragon is also in Meridia, all he will have to do is just kill the last 2 bosses and go back to Mother Brain, and then collect 1 or 2 more tanks. So like, this could be a sub 40 seed if Dragon isn't very far away. Yeah, GDW needs to crouch jump here, I believe. Down grab by itself isn't going to be enough. That's a dead Fantoon for Divine. All right, couple majors. There's Dragon up there. Okay. Yeah, Divine is almost done with this seed. He might go for those majors. I wouldn't blame him for a little extra damage. He's definitely going to need another tank. And I think if you go for those majors, your 3rd tank is right there in Terminator on the way. Now the big question, does Divine go straight for Ridley? No. I kind of agree with this call. Again, this Ridley is not trivial. So if you're even a little worried that you're going to die here, you definitely want to take that save. Oh, okay. This also makes sense. He's going for Dragon first, I think. Because this is more or less on the way back to Mother Brain, if I recall. Not quite, but yeah, I'm seeing this back and forth in this mapping, and I feel like this is exactly the discussion Divine and Nito are having right now. It's like, do we want to do Ridley? It's a little risky. If we death loop here, it's going to cost us time, but also it's not completely on the way back. So, dude, yeah, this is a tough call. If you're confident you can first try Ridley here, I think the correct call is just to do Ridley. But if you're a little bit in doubt, then you should definitely consider getting the extra equipment because it's all very close by. If Fantoon's area was in a swamp, it'd be called Shrek Ship. Oh boy. Okay, we got 2 majors here in Green Pirate Shaft. And it's 2 beams. Don't collect Spazer, please. Thank you. Poor Divine. Known Spazer lover being forced to leave it behind because he already has Plasma and Wave. That's a reserve. Not exactly what you want to see. It does get the job done. It does give you a Mother Brain solution. However, managing a reserve tends to be a bit more annoying than managing an energy tank. So, yeah, probably not the thing Divine wanted to see right there. Another major here. Divine choosing not to go for it. It could be that Dragon's over here and then he's going to get that on the way back because he doesn't really need... Oh, okay. This is why there was another major here that's a dead end. That makes a lot of sense. Space jump. Yeah, I mean, there's only so many majors left. Screw attack, grapple, X-ray, Spazer, and ice. So, I think the bet... Well, Spazer we've already seen. So, grapple, screw attack, X-ray, and ice. I think Divine is definitely hoping for ice beam here. Screw attack he might want for Ridley, but the ice beam will save a lot of time for Mother Brain because you can Zeb skip there. Zeb skip with ice beam. I didn't see if there was a runway for Mother Brain. There might have been. Screw attack. Spring ball for GDW. Now he's going to have to farm and run all the way back. More supers for Divine. Making things even more convenient for Ridley and Mother Brain. Yeah, I feel like Divine at this point is going to be feeling the pressure on Mother Brain and Ridley. He knows he can do it on these, but there's not much margin for error, especially on Mother Brain. There might be some tanks on the way back. I'm not sure. But he's definitely, I think, would like to have at least one more tank, if I were to guess. H-Money, I don't know that I understand the joke you're trying to make there. Like a corkscrew? Is that what you're getting at? I can kind of see it, but I mean, screws are used for more than just wine bottles. All right, here we go. Divine on Ridley. He missed a super, but that's fine. Okay, Ridley's already red, so that means less than 12 shots. I wasn't counting how many hits he got, but he's below half health for sure. And no, he's not dead. Probably like 3 or 4 more shots, maybe. 2, 3. So he's probably dead now. Just got Divine just has to get grabbed here. Yeah, he's definitely dead. And that is Ridley done for Divine. And now he's gonna have to go back to Northeast Meridia to kill Dragon, I believe. Unless he did that and I just missed it. I don't think he did. And there's GDW getting his Variasuit. Yeah, Divine and Nito, I think when they got the Variasuit, immediately took that as a cue to go back through Speed Hall because there was a good bit more heat afterward. We'll see if Sohan and GDW make a similar decision here. There's another tank for Divine. Wait. Why is he in Brinstar? We've already seen Dragon. Was it just there were no more tanks he could find? Yeah, I'm kind of confused. Why are we in Brinstar? Because we've seen all the bosses. Another tank. Wow. Divine playing reserve percent, apparently. Collecting all the reserves in the game. I'm kind of concerned here that Divine and Nito might have overlooked Dragon. Oh, they might be looking for ship. That might actually be it. They might be looking for ship so they don't have to blind escape. Yeah. If that's what they're doing, I understand it. I tend to not like that kind of play. However, I think it makes more sense here than it does in most races because we've seen like 2 zones. We started in Meridia. That had, what did it have? It had Ridley, Fantoon, Dragon, and like half of your majors. And then Norfair had Kraid, Motherbrain, and the other half of your majors. So there are 4 regions that are completely unexplored right now. You could kind of guess based on the escape timer where you would expect ship to be, but like that's a tough blind escape to do. I still tend to be in favor of just do the blind escape because if you're gonna go hunting for maps, you can do it more quickly when you have all the equipment. Which they kind of have all the equipment now, but like, yeah, I think generally speaking, it's better to just blind the escape and hunt for maps during the escape than it is to try and find it before going to Motherbrain. If that's the only thing you need to finish, like I would say just leave the ship and find it later. And use what information you have to deduce where it might be. Yeah, Brinstar had basically nothing. Confusingly, they're walking back instead of, I don't know. I'm really not sure what the game plan is here for Divine because Dragon is right there. Uh, I'm not crazy, right? They just went through Meridia and oh wait, no, they were in Brinstar. They had to come back to Norfair then Meridia, maybe. I'm I'm really confused. I'm not sure. Are they collecting more health? They might be more collecting more health, so they're not sitting at 3 reserves. It's I'm gonna be so sad for Divine if this is another reserve. Meanwhile, GDW finding his way to Norfair and getting the information on Kraid and Mother Brain. Yeah, I'm really confused. They used the PB, but they didn't pick up the tank. I don't I don't understand. I mean, Torian is here. The only thing I can think of is that they're trying to find the ship. Which I still think you'd have a better shot at this if you had just finished Dragon and Mother Brain by now and you were blinding the escape right now. Like, it's obviously not the most comfortable thing, but I still believe it's faster. Unless your movement is just, like, shaky enough that you can barely complete a medium escape, but I know Divine for a fact is better than that. Again, it's a confidence thing for sure, but like we're burning a lot of time right now, blinding zones we don't need to be exploring. Yes, our first regular energy tank in like 20 minutes. Okay. Map number 4 out of 6. Criteria's up there, still no ship. So I believe... What zone are we missing? Wrecked ship? Yeah, wrecked ship and Criteria are the two places the ship could be. Okay, yeah. Soha right now trying to talk GDW through the speedy jump. Okay. He almost died. Not quite, but he almost died. Yeah, this one is a very obscure bit of medium logic. Um, Normally, high jump by itself does not get you high enough to get up on this platform. However, 2 tiles of runway on this little platform down here is enough to get you high enough to actually wall jump up. And this is a medium logic trick. One of the more obscure ones that people tend to not think about, but GDW gets it and was rewarded with a gravity suit. Don't die, please. Oh, okay. The lava doesn't hurt anymore because you have both suits, right? I forgot about that. Oh boy, GDW, be careful. All right, we're in criteria. Oh, Divine can see the map, but he can't get there because he doesn't even have Ice Beam to clip through or X-ray to X-ray climb. He's got to find a long way around. Yeah, I really think Divine could be done by now if he had just committed to the blind escape. Because you don't have enemies to deal with, you have full equipment, you have the rainbow beam which lets you shoot through all the blocks. Like it would have been several attempts, but I think it would have been faster than all this exploring we're doing right now. But again, it takes a high degree of confidence to be able to just say, I'm gonna blind the escape. I don't know where ship is, but I'm just gonna trust it and blind for it. It's been yeah. Because I mean we were talking earlier about like how this could be like a sub 40 seed for Divine potentially. Which again, this was before I realized we didn't know where ship was. But we knew where Mother Brain was. I think he had Ridley done at like 35 minutes or sooner. Which again, like he still probably would have wanted to collect a bit more health. He still would have had to kill Dragon. So like there's definitely some things he still had to get done, but we've been looking for ship for quite a while now. Their ship. Yep. To be fair, that would have been a difficult map to get to if you were blinding. But yeah, I still think you would have a better time trying to get to ship quickly. If you just commit to the blind escape. Again, I'm saying this like it's a given, but it's like it's a scary thing for sure to go for. Yeah, I don't know why he's walking this back. I really hope this isn't an overlook. Because Dragon is right there in Meridia. I really hope they just didn't overlook Dragon. That's the only explanation now for walking this back to me. I don't see what other reason they would have for doing that. Yeah, it all makes much more sense if they just overlook Dragon. But that is a real big feels bad. Yeah, I don't know why you would be saving a ship here if you knew where Dragon was. I think they just overlooked it. Ah, that's a feels bad. Meanwhile, GDW uh, making progress, collecting all the stuff in Norfair. We'll see when he decides to go back for the Meridian map, because as soon as he does that, he should have full information on everything but ship. 4 reserves, let's go! Yeah, Divine is exploring more zones. They overlooked Dragon. That's the only explanation at this point. They didn't see Dragon in Meridia. Fortunately, he has enough of a lead. I think he'll still be fine, but it's gonna feel really bad when they finally scan their maps and realize, oh, it was just over there. Charge beam for GDW. No, I don't. GDW hasn't gotten the Meridian map yet, so he doesn't even have the information to overlook Dragon. Or yeah, Divine and Nito both to overlook. That is okay. Okay, Divine, please look at your Meridia map. I think what happened is they saw Kraid in the middle of this Norfair map, and then they saw Kraid in the middle of the Meridian map, and it's like, oh, we already did that. Yep, there it is. They saw it, and now they're reverting back. Yep. Yep. That's a massive feels bad. Yeah, now he's going. He is moving much faster now, yeah. He knows where he's going, he knows where he messed up, and he's booking it. Divine. If you hold it forward toward the spike, it will hit you. It's Plasma for GDW. That spike is pretty terrible, yeah. Because it's like, it's not like an actual spike where it's like, you only get hurt if you touch the top of it. No, it will hurt you no matter what part of it you touch. So it's like you have to jump up and hold left to land on the platform next to it and then intentionally jump over it. Okay, it looks like GDW is headed back up the elevator to Meridia, so he might be going for Fantoon now. He's definitely got the equipment for it. All right, time for some shrimp. Some plasma cooked shrimp. It's not fried, it's not microwaved, just plasma. You know, casually the fourth state of superheated matter. No big deal. Yep. Okay. Well, Divine tried the speed strat, but he's got a very strong beam. This beam will kill in like maybe 10 shots. Less than that even. Yeah, it's gonna be like 8 or 9. The math on this one was weird. I know full beam combo is 7 shots, and then ice and plasma is 10. So this is like right between that. So I'm not sure if it's 8 or 9 shots here, but it's a quick kill. Okay. GDW trying to figure out the super block to get to Kraid. Shortcut in this big pink. And that is Dragon dead for Divine. GDW struggled a lot in the early game with Sky Missiles. And that's probably the biggest part of it, but just overall Divine's just been moving through stuff a bit more quickly. 8 shots, thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think yeah, early game GDW ended up about 10 minutes behind. Or more. I'm not sure. But then, yeah, Divine has also just been doing stuff more quickly. But then Divine and Nito completely overlooked Dragon and explored every other zone. So they lost a lot of time as well. Yeah, exactly. He's cleared more and gets to more things, which means brute forcing can eventually figure it out. Yeah, which is kind of the thing with randomizer races. Having good routing and understanding logic really well can do a lot of things for you. It can help you win a lot of races where you'd otherwise be evenly matched. But like, if your opponent is just faster at doing things in the video game, um, and can pull them off more consistently, then like there's only so much the routing is going to be able to help you. Um, so yeah, it definitely is a hybrid between racing randomizers and racing like just as a speed run. Divine, you already did Kraid. Huh? What's he doing? Is he just that intent on a high five? Or was there a farm over here? Or a save? Maybe a save? There's a save. Last round you shut up for the winner was simply across early supers because the other racers simply didn't do that check, so it snowballed pretty hard. Yep. Yep. Yep, that'll do it. All right, taking save before Mother Brain. We don't have ice. I didn't see where the Mother Brain door was, if we have a speed skip or not. Even if we don't have a speed skip, this should be... Okay, we do. We do. Okay. I was going to say, this isn't quite enough ammo, actually. I don't think, to do it all in one shot with killing the Zebs. But with the speed booster, like Divine is demonstrating, a little bit of a missed execution there. I think, yeah, that just happens when you like double tap down on accident. What you do here is you spark diagonally up into the Zeb, and then you hold down while mashing jump. And then you will eventually like clip up into the Zeb and be able to step through. But yeah, a lot of... I've seen this mistake from a handful of runners where either like maybe your grip on your controller is weird, or you're just like mashing the wrong button. You're mashing down instead of mashing jump. But yeah, you can accidentally morph there. That can be a soft lock if you're unlucky with that. But Divine gets through. Gotta break the tank. Also, everyone in chat, get your escape timer guesses in. We are in Norfair. The ship is in Criteria, which I believe we had to go through Torian to get there from Norfair. So we're crossing 3 zones, and I seem to remember the navigation was a bit rough for that. "42 minutes now." What do I think? I'm gonna say 220. I don't think it's the longest escape, but it definitely gonna be more than a minute. Yeah. I'm gonna say 220. That is a dead Mother Brain for Divine. Now we just have to wait for Mother Brain to do her Rainbow Beam and stuff. Couple more attacks to get her below 100 health. And there we go. $250.
Do we go back through?
No one gets the metaphorical cookie today. Jessica Nana, you got 245. That was the closest. But no one got 250 on the nose. So no cookies yet. There is a game 2 though. So there's opportunity. All right. Divine unfortunately not getting a lot of speed going through Coliseum here. Okay, and then again, we're going to Torian, which was, I think, northeast Norfair. I'm not entirely sure how they got there. Meanwhile, GDW doing some Botwoon. He's going to locate ship. Oh, yeah. This is going to... For GDW, would probably turn into something similar to what Divine did, because GDW isn't going back for the map with Fantoon. So they're not even going to find out that... you're not going to find out that Dragon is in Meridia. Also, I'm pretty sure GDW did Kraid, so I'm going to mark that off. Yo, Drumboard List, thank you for gifting 5 subs to the Speed Gaming community. All right, Divine making his way through Torian. I believe it was just like up an elevator here and then top left of Bubble Mountain. Or maybe it was just toilet. Yeah, so top left of Bubble Mountain. Yeah, Divine's going to make this with like 40 seconds to spare. Easily. 50 seconds even. And get your GGs in chat. Divine with an official racetime.gg finish time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 29 seconds. Divine takes game 1. But we have a game 2 because this is a best of 3. So stick around. We're going to take a quick break here while we get set up for game 2. We'll see y'all on the other side. Hello, Speed Gaming. And welcome back to our Super Metroid map Rando Mentor Tournament. This is our lower bracket of medium, our medium bracket. We have two brackets, hard tricky and one medium normal. We have Divine versus GDW. This is game 2. Divine took game 1, and GDW has chosen the mini boss objectives for game 2. Joining me on tracking is Rubu. Appreciate you, Rubu. But we are going to get going here in a little bit. Our runners are just sitting waiting. There's some stream delay. I let him go like 30 seconds ago, but it takes time for stream to catch up. Yeah, the last race was interesting. GDW struggled a lot with Sky Missiles early, as many map rando players do. But Divine and Nito unfortunately overlooked Dragon, who was in the starting zone, so they ended up clearing most of the map before being able to finish. But they were able to close it out and get that game 1, so we'll see how things go for game 2. Immediately we get Gravity Suit. That's a nice find.
Baby seed.
Baby Seed! Running into some heat early. What's the right door? Okay.
Sungwoo's already molding.
Indeed. There's Sunwoo. Hi, Sunwoo.
Oh no, he found me.
All right, immediately into Everest. Looks like we need Morph to go left, which would just be single chamber anyways. So we've got probably 3 doors to choose from. Divine taking the bottom right. It looks like GDW is going top left. So we'll see which one pays off better here. Divine into Caterpillar Room. GDW immediately into more heat, which is not going to be on medium with 99 health. So top right or bottom right. Oh, and that's a death to a crab. Rip GDW. Okay, Divine finding his first reserve. It's always interesting to find a reserve before an E-tank. Because most of our race settings are the logic is built to put a filler energy tank as early as possible. So like when you see an energy tank early in a seed, sometimes it's needed, most of the time it's just kind of there. However, when you see a reserve, sometimes it's filler, and sometimes the seed put it there for progression because it needed to get you through whatever the next step is. So yeah, it could be that there's just enough of the map open that it just placed an E-tank and a reserve tank, or it could be that it said, hey, we actually need to give them health, and it just chose a reserve instead of an E-tank. GDW also finding that reserve and bottom E-tank, needing Morph to get through there. Divine with another E-tank. Okay, yeah. This might just be enough of the seat is open, or it just happened to give us more health. Okay, back to Crab Shaft is the name of this room, I believe. Nice save station. I think this is our first save, which is surprisingly far from the starting room. Ooh. High jump boots. Okay. Still not finding Morph. So, okay, now I really don't know. What does high jump do for us? When we already have gravity, there's not a lot of rooms left that require high jump. They do exist, but there's a lot fewer of them.
You think in Main Street, maybe?
No, not Main Street, because gravity by itself already does that. I'm thinking like one of the grapple tutorial rooms where you need to like jump high enough to wall jump up to the ledge. But we haven't seen that yet. Because high jump, it should be giving us access to something we didn't have access to before. And gravity just rules out so much of that. Oh! Top of Everest. That's exactly where Divine's heading. Yep.
Wreck ship?
Yep. Yeah, because the top of Everest, you can gravity jump there without high jump, but it is precise enough. It's not even in hard logic. It's actually considered very hard. So, okay, well, I guess we're looking for Morph still. Because that's a power bomb door. Morph and power bombs we're going to need before we can do anything with that.
Yeah. Top left, going to wreck ship, I think, is the ideal play here.
Yeah. There's our Morph. Yep, that's high jump for GDW. So yeah, Divine just staying a few steps ahead of GDW. GDW is finding his way through the logic, just Divine moving with a bit more confidence and a little more experience, it seems like. Just able to do all the same things, but faster. Okay, yeah, Morph opens up quite a few things. Divine coming back to Botwin E-Tank, because there's an item that we can immediately get because of that Morph Ball. Divine, turn off gravity. Yeah, these 3-tile jump morphs are pretty rough. They are humanly possible with gravity turned on. Typically, people will just do a wall jump morph there, but the easiest method is just turn gravity suit off. You have more time to jump and get the morph before hitting the ceiling. That's ship located. Yeah, Divine not dropping down there because it is a one-way. If you drop down there, we currently don't have a way back up. You need either space jump or speed booster or bombs to infinite bomb jump up. Otherwise, you just can't get that high. Divine, how could you? How could you pause to disable gravity suit and not use your reserve to stop the beeping?
I'm sure that was the intent. Oh, nope,
no.
I lied. I lied.
Nah, he's just doing it to spite us. He knows who's on commentary, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make words mad.
Are we sure he's not doing this to spite his mentor?
He could do that. But, well, his mentor is Nito. You've seen the kind of seeds Nito plays and the kind of stuff he puts up with.
Oh no, I do.
I don't think Divine has a chance of getting under his skin with that.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe if he avoids Phaser.
Maybe. But Divine is also a Spazer lover, so I can't really see him doing that. Yeah, this is... I think we saw GDW do this earlier. This is a risky situation because with Morph, you can do a Mach Ball to get back through this room. But if that's a green door or an orange door, a power bomb door, yellow, orange, whatever color you want to call it, then you can't reload the room and then you can't Mach Ball back. So both teams just collecting the missiles and leaving instead of risking that door. Okay, GDW going to the top right of Everest. I don't know if Divine went up here, so this is new territory, I think.
Current objectives are mini bosses. Not sure why it's just saying objectives in the middle, but it is mini bosses.
That's my bad. That was one of the other things I needed to update.
Tisk. Wait, ooh, Torian. Oh my gosh. Well, map's not too far out of the way with Torian. It's just
There we
a
go.
little bit to the right.
Fixed.
Oh, you fixed it? Oh, sweet.
I just know that green door is taunting Divine. Like he would love to go through that door. I want to say the map is in that direction. I could just be misremembering things.
Well, hey,
GDW, yeah, super missiles. That's gonna be tough to get to.
That's evil.
Yeah. Because we still don't have explosives, do we? So you literally crumble jump is your only option there.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that's going to be the progression. I highly doubt it, but that could be evil.
Yeah. My guess is space jump into that.
Into Norfair. Okay.
Ooh, okay. New zone. And
into heat.
We can Mach Ball back. This is, again, notably out of logic because in medium, it expects you to have speed booster to get back through that room, and it doesn't expect you to be able to Mach Ball that. But Divine, clearly confident he can get back, so he just went for it. We're getting a map check. This could very possibly be Phantoon.
Yes!
Yep.
Not happy about that.
Okay. I'm a little confused why Divine didn't at least check the items, because he can keep those.
Yeah.
He could get sky missiles at the very least. He could see what it is. If it's a major, you keep it. If it's a missile, you revert. Like, I think that would have made a lot of sense. But yeah, clearly deciding he didn't want to deal with that. Hey, GDW, now also getting the bad news that it's a power bomb door up here. And now Divine checking top right of Everest. Torian is what this was. Map is up there. I'm curious to see if Divine will try the crumble jump here. That right there could definitely open up a huge lead.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as I saw supers, I was like, that's gotta be it. Yeah, he's thinking about it.
He's thinking about it. I think he would
Not-
like to have that save first, but I
Yeah.
don't think he's gonna have a path to get there.
Yeah.
So, if I were to guess at the conversations happening, they're probably saying, okay, if you're not confident with this, let's check all the other doors, and then if we don't find anything, then try it. Because the last thing you want to do is try it, and then fail it, and then have to walk all the way back to find out there was like space jump one door away.
This is very true.
Yeah, both runners in the same room right now. Divine has an extra wave beam. Oh, did GDW still not get morph?
Does not look like it.
Yeah, that was in, yeah, it was top left of Everest. GDW checked that earlier, and it was a heated room.
Yeah, because it's in jail.
It was like Croc Escape or Croc Speedway into jail. Was the path for it. Okay, Divine. That damage can add up quick. Mostly, I'm having flashbacks from my race I mentored for McVanish earlier today. He took a lot of damage in this room, never saved, never farmed, and then went down the main hall elevator and just died.
Oh no. Did he manage to mag vanish those points though?
Yep.
Good job. I'm proud of y'all. So far we've seen how many zones of the snow? 4? Brinstar, Wreckship, Norfair, Criteria, Torian. Okay, no, right, 5.
So Meridia is the only one we haven't seen?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep, so
There's
here's Morph.
Morph ball for GDW. Divine finding Parlor with no explosives to... Okay, well, that's a map location, though.
That's feels bad.
Yeah, there are other doors in Parlor, so it's possible it could loop around after this farm room here. Yeah, dude, if you can just... If you're confident enough to just go for that crumble jump and get it,
that's what I'm saying.
That saves so much time in the seed.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's the progression right there.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be something else somewhere that puts that in logic, but the crumble jump, I can tell you, is not that. I think that's in very hard logic. Yeah, it is. So, like, even in a hard, tricky seed, it wouldn't expect you to do that, but that doesn't mean it's not the correct play. Because who knows, maybe it's spring ball on the other side of the world. Okay, Divine going through blue hoppers. I don't know how many hits are expected here in medium. I'm not sure if this is going to be logic or not. There's an item in this room, but we can't get it without power bombs. Okay, GDW about to find his wave beam here. That's a one-tile room, Divine. Check it.
Power bombs.
bombs.
There it is.
Finally, some progression. Explosives of some kind. That, frustratingly, that opens up a ton of possibilities. And you just have to figure out which one is the way forward. Definitely, Divine. Divine, there's an item right here.
He wants to save though. There's nothing wrong with saving.
Yeah. I would get the item and then save, but you know. Divine. Where are you going? Where are you going?
For the record, he's ripping on Divine because we tease him a lot. He's a good friend and we like to tease him a lot.
Yes, indeed.
GDW's
we've had a lot of hours of commentary together.
Oh yeah. The last tournament displayed a lot of that.
Yep. Okay, map for Divine. Yep. Okay, he's getting the map. This makes more sense.
And GDW finding ship in Brinstar, realizing, oh, he doesn't want to go down there right now. Oh, well, there's...
There's a major left to screw attack room. That takes a bit to get to, but you can return from that. So that's in logic. There's one beta power bombs, also gettable with power bombs now. There's one to the east.
There's a lot of criteria connectors in this Torian map.
Yeah, it is. Also, hi, Croc. Croc is here. Oh, you need supers to get to those East Majors, I think. It looks like Crabgate. You can go through Heat for one of them. Okay, yeah, so you can get to one of those two. Okay, what item do we have here? What did Divine voluntarily give up before the save? Okay, it was just a missile. Okay, Divine going back through Criteria. I think this did loop back to Torian. This was one of those convoluted paths where it's like they're in Torian, then they go to Criteria, and then they go through here, and then they're back in Torian. So he's probably just doing this to get to the West Majors a little more quickly. All right, so we're gonna get another major here. Nice powerbomb drop. Speed booster. Okay, that's a nice one to find. Yeah, speed booster in map rando tends to be very, very important because there are a handful of rooms where, at least in a racing context, there just is no alternative method to get through. The game expects you to have speed booster to get through, and then if you don't have speed booster, you're either burning a lot of time on a really difficult trick or you're just scouring the map to find speed booster. So getting that at any point is nice because it gives you peace of mind. Most other majors in the game, it's like, oh, I don't have gravity, but if I have high jump and spring ball, I can do most things that I need gravity for. I don't have Varia. Well, if I just get enough health, then I can do most things I need Varia for. Speed booster, there just kind of isn't a second solution, so it's always nice to see that one when it comes up.
But still, it's opening up a lot of movement for them anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Divine making those nice hops. And then are we seeing GDW go back to wreck ship? Yes, we are. Yes.
Okay. Trying to remember what was over here besides the morph ball. I don't think Divine ever went back this way after getting morph. There's a missile door. Okay, Divine now going
speed blocked,
for
right?
Yeah,
Frog Speedway?
maybe. Okay, so there's another major over here. Divine's gonna be able to get. The loop back is gonna be a little bit awkward, but it's very doable.
Ooh, Divine.
Oh
my goodness, please. Get some help!
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have to wonder why he laid that power bomb. Because if you were trying to intentionally get the eternal beeping, that's how you would do it.
Oh my god.
Surely, Divine.
No.
Surely that wasn't done just to troll us. Come on, man.
Oh, I'm gonna die. No.
For those who don't know,
Oh, thank goodness it's over.
most of you will know that when Samus is at low health, specifically at 30 health or below, you get the low health beeping noise. There's an audio glitch in the game where if you lay a power bomb when that when that triggers, or if you like pick up the health, I forget what the details are. It's like when you pick up the health when a power bomb is going off, or you lay a power bomb when the audio triggers, the game just never remembers to turn that sound off when you get past 30 health again. So the only way to get rid of that beeping is by pausing or dying. So I don't know why else Divine would have laid a power bomb there. So yeah, he might have just been trolling us there.
Oh, I guarantee you, we're gonna ask afterwards. I guarantee you,
yes.
he got the bug in his ear of like, hey, you know what would really be funny right here? Why don't you just lay a power bomb? See what happens. I will do that call out. I am not afraid. Anyways, go follow these runners.
Yeah, go follow the runners. Mm-hmm.
Oh, if I could do the command. Ta-da! Ta-da! Both of these lovely people, Divine and GDW, great members of the community. They're putting on quite a show for us, so give them both a follow. And, yes.
Plasma.
I'm so happy. That is their karma right there.
Plasma before Spazer. So where is Spazer is the question. I think it's going to be... Because the game is supposed to play Spazer before it places Plasma. So it should be available somewhere. The question is where. And will we see a menu of shame? Okay, GDW making his way back to Torian. Which is where our power bombs are. And we still haven't seen a logical way to get super missiles. Which is kind of wild. We know where a pack of super missiles is, but it's very risky to go for. And we've also located 2 of our objectives. I think we're still missing Spore Spawn and Botwoon. I don't think we've seen them yet.
Correct.
Okay, Divine trying to show off the trick to get into this morph tunnel without using a power bomb. Yeah. There's, you want to turn off high jump. You also, for the way he's doing it, you also want to turn off speed booster. But yeah, if you jump from the middle, then you can get it. There's a lot of ways to do this, and they're all loadout dependent. But when you only have 5 power bombs, it definitely is pretty important to try and save them where you can.
It's an easy soft lock if you only have 5 power bombs and no regular explosives.
Yep. Especially because there's some item checks that like take 4 of your 5 power bombs, and depending on what room is connected, you might need all 5 just to get the one item and return with it. So it can definitely be scary, like sitting on low power bombs if you don't have a quick farm nearby. There's our space jump.
Yep.
That's our super missile access. This is why you peek map tiles. I was thinking it before because I've done the same thing when Divine was in this room earlier. I'm like, there's an item here. You can't get it because you don't have more for explosives, but you should at least check and see like what the map tile is, because then when you get power bombs, you know, oh, this was a major, I know to come straight back here. Okay, Divine trying to show off the wall jump morph. And this 4 tile gap is a little easier than it is in 3 tile gaps. But yeah, for whatever reason in Super Metroid, the developers coded it so that if you press down once out of a wall jump, you will get a morph. Whereas most of the time to morph ball, you need to press down twice. But when you're wall jumping, you only need to press it once, which makes for some really useful tricks. Where like normally you wouldn't be able to like morph quickly enough to get into a tunnel, but because you're doing it out of wall jump, you can. Very nicely done by Divine there, dodging those blue hoppers. That is not an easy trick to pull off, and those things do a lot of damage. Okay, with the space jump, Divine and Nito should know that they're supposed to come back to GT now to get those super missiles. The question is, how do you actually get there? There's a lot of looping around here between Criteria and Torian. Oh, yep, GDW finding Parlor and therefore knowing where the Torian map is, but they still don't have power bombs.
And that room is PB locked.
Yep.
They need to farm their health back up.
Yep.
Yep,
This
is
gonna be an unfortunate door check. There's super missiles for Divine.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Remind me to pick on Divine later for not just crumble jumping.
Like, I get it. It's out of logic. It's tough, and you want to save nearby, but imagine how much time they would have saved. Even if they did that on, like, even if it took 4 tries to get it, like, it would have still saved time.
Hooray! Power bombs for GDW.
Woohoo!
Let's go! So yeah, no, with this space jump, they can now head back to ship and make further progress.
Yep. Again, just like the power bombs, you have access to so many things right now.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick where to go next. There is another major they could go for over there by Fire Fleas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, Divine and Nito definitely talking over their options right now because there are a lot of them.
I'm wondering if they're thinking that's maybe Varia, and then this major over here is heat locked.
Well, the major here they already checked. That was X-ray.
That's X-ray? Okay.
Yeah. There's a map down there they can get with power bombs and Bryn.
What could they do with X-ray? Finding it this early.
Logically, nothing. There's actually nothing that X-ray does in medium that gives you progression. I mean, I don't know if Divine X-ray climbs, but there's a few niche scenarios where you might want to do that. Aside from that, you're looking mostly at like ice clips and snail clips. X-ray can make those a little easier, but even yeah, those would still be out of medium logic, but still very useful in the right circumstance.
Also, Gorgon saying it's a super find. Ha ha! Ha! So funny.
Uh-huh. All right.
Anyways.
We're about to get our Brinstar map, so we'll see what we're missing here.
Okay.
Varia! Baby seed.
Sun Wu's molding.
Jeez. I mean, this is 30 minutes in. I think this is fine. Okay, not much here. There's a major there, locked behind the supers, and then there's Norfair access. So they're probably going to grab that major and go to Norfair next. But yeah, finding Varia there has to give them a lot of confidence that, yeah, we picked the right direction. They will want to go back for Croc and GT eventually. But I think for now, they just want to check what they can do quickly. Yeah, with this loadout, there's not much more they need to access all the zones in the game. So they're really just looking for bosses and ways to defeat them now. Grapple beam, that's completely pointless now. Power bombs, yay. No more running out of ammo. Hopefully. Oh, GDW, I think they saw that major in the east, but I don't think they quite spotted Crabgate Room quickly enough. So they had to walk in the room and realize, wait, we still don't have supers. Okay, we're back at West Ocean in Norfair. We're gonna see what this item is. Oh, we do know Fantoon's here. But Fantoon's not an objective, so it's like not really that important. It is a major. Okay. Screw attack. That'll make Fantoon pretty easy. Screw attack just ignores all the damage. That's probably, yeah, that's what he's going for now. This Fantoon is not required, but you need to kill Fantoon in order to get the map, so he's almost required.
Yeah.
Okay, GDW about to find his plasma. So I'm sure he'll be happy to see that. It'll make a lot of these rooms a lot easier to deal with. Yeah, Divine's been doing pretty good at following the Fantoon patterns and actually hitting the shots when he opens his eye. He's had some good Dopplers and some rough ones. I can't say I fare much better on an average day. Dopplers are hard. Dead Fantoon. Yeah, looks like GDW and Soha are discussing their next moves. They see all of Torian. We know... We should know what the major over on the left side is, but I can't remember what it is. It was Speed Booster. That's what it was. Yay, Spiky. This is a very rude place to put this room. Because in this room, the spikes and the platforms are not active until Fantoon is dead. But you have to kill Fantoon in order to access the map, so... There's Mother Brain, there's Spore Spawn. So we're still looking for Botwoon, I think. There is a major in Big Pink, so that's convenient. Scroll to the left. I don't think Divine scrolled to the bottom left. So, if Botwoon's over there, he's gonna feel real bad. I think Charge Beam would probably be best case for Divine here, but it's Spring Ball. Okay, Divine did scroll over there. We're good. I see it. Rubu. Taking screenshots. Shout out to Rubu.
I got you, fam.
Okay, yeah, looks like Divine is headed to Spore Spawn. Just to take it out with missiles and maybe? I'm not sure if this is the right route. Yes, this is the route. Yeah, he's headed to Spore Spawn. Looks like there's some X's along the way. Yeah, at this point, Divine would really like to just run across charge because then he doesn't have to worry about ammo at all. But super missiles would still be nice for sure. Also, second seed in a row where Divine is consistently holding more reserve tanks than energy tanks. Wait, where is he going? I'm very confused. He skipped the X and Crumble Shaft, but now he's picking up these? Is there... Okay.
Picking up ammo?
Yeah, but he's skipped an obvious one, so I'm a little confused. Because I don't think he checked that one before. Yeah, no, he's definitely playing for ammo. Yeah. He saw 4X's down here and he went for him.
Well, he's got speed, so it's going to be an easy pickup.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those situations where it's like it's far away, but it's a lot faster than it looks because of the specific rooms that are on the way.
Yeah, no, this is a smart play.
Yep. I agree.
And for GDW, we still need to find Space Jumper for GDW.
Yep. He is in Criteria. Well, again, the connections between Torian and Criteria are really strange in this seed. He's trying to make this wall jump up. This is kind of tough, actually, with high jump equipped. Because you can just overshoot that. And like bonk the ceiling and then end up falling too far to actually get the second jump. And he's up, nice. Plasma Pirates. Mine says, I ain't got time for that. I'm out of here. All right, GDW about to get a speed booster, which I don't think we really used for anything. He really just needs to find that space jump. That's his real progression here. Oh, yeah, Divine's headed back for Crumble Shaft now. Okay. Yeah, this is the X he left behind earlier, and then I think he's going to drop through the one-way after this to go for Spore Spawn. Yep. 25 supers. Not a bad count. One more and you have enough for Ridley, and then a few more missiles and you have enough for Mother Brain. Now, of course, after all this, he's going to blind it into the next zone and immediately find Charge Beam. Because that's always what happens.
What's behind Ridley? Just a missile.
It's Spore Spawn time. Yeah, Spore Spawn has 960 health. It's not a flat 1,000 like Kraid, but it's very similar because it's the same amount of ammo to kill. You can use 3 supers and 1 missile, or you can use 10 missiles. Ooh, Divine tried to get the missile super combo. There's a somewhat reasonable way to get a 2-round on Spore Spawn. Divine just tried it there. You want to hit a missile and a super together, and then you want to hit 2 supers in the same cycle. But that's quite difficult to pull off. So unfortunately, Divine going to get at least a 3-round Spore Spawn here. Yeah, Spore Spawn does go faster when he's at low health, yes. Yeah, one more super should do it here.
Spore spawn down.
That's our first objective. We know where 2 others are. So we just gotta locate Botwoon, and then... Dude, I'm talking about a Ridley solution as if we're fighting Ridley. We're not fighting Ridley. We're doing Mother Brain.
Exactly.
It just occurred to me after saying that the whole time. It's like, no, we don't need Ridley. What am I saying? Okay, once again, Divine and Nito in the situation where they have access to a ton of stuff, but you gotta choose one, and it's hard to know which path is gonna be better. We did see Meridia. I think that's our last zone we haven't visited yet, so that might be where Botwoon is.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get criteria map? I can't remember now.
We did not get criteria map.
Okay.
There was a lot explored, but we did not get the map yet.
Hi, amphitheater.
This'll be easy.
Yeah, we got screw attack, space jump. As long as you don't like bump a pirate 7 times, you're fine.
But what if you do?
Then you lose 350 health.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes quite a difference.
Yep.
Meridia connector. Look at that beautiful faraway map. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, it makes for a lot of exploring.
What do you mean far away? It was only 2 rooms.
Shh.
Nope. Botwoon's in criteria. And it doesn't look like Divine took a pivot save. So he's got to walk it back. Like you said, it's only 2 rooms.
Words, I don't know if you've seen the recent Meridia maps. Meridia's been like either empty or a really small map in recent seasons.
Interesting. Huh. I know we had one earlier that was like a really tiny Norfair. That was kind of comical.
Oh, it's fantastic. I'd have to find you a screenshot from another seed. I think I saw maybe like a 5-room Norfair, and I was like, oh, this is fantastic.
It's great.
Is GDW going to go for Wreck Ship map?
He's here.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
That's
okay.
interesting for another logical first super missile. Okay.
Yeah. Unless he broke logic to get here. No.
Doesn't look like
Varia.
it.
No?
Yeah. Yeah, he has Varia.
Interesting. Huh. I'd be interested to see what spoiler on this. It might be that the other supers were accessible earlier, but then... Yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting. But hey, GDW has the supers. That was like the biggest roadblock for both players, so...
Yeah, no, I'd say criteria and then peace out from there.
Yep. Which... This is an interesting situation. I mean, Spore Spawn is going to be down in Norfair, but, like, if GDW continues in Notorian, he could find Botwoon first, and if Charge is up there, that gives him a much easier time with the fight. High five from our runners. But it does not look like GDW is headed to Criteria. He's going down for this major. What was this one? Screw attack? I think this was screw attack.
No, this is speed.
Speed? No. GDW
No?
already has speed.
They might have been scared. I'm getting Slade Blade.
Okay, looks like Divine is ready to maybe take on GT.
Grapple, that's what it is.
Oh, grapple, yes.
Man,
right.
I have notes on this. I'm so upset.
I have an entire spreadsheet I made for taking notes, and I still don't take notes for this game. I've never been a note taker person. I will take notes if it's meant for communicating with other people. For myself, I'd rather just hold it in my own brain. All right, time for GT. 25 supers is a good amount for GT. You will have to farm a little bit, but not much. All right, so Divine is gonna find the safe spot. Oop, yep. And GT is showing off for us why you want to shoot regular missiles before starting the GT fight, because if you have less than 30 missiles, I think the number might actually be 32, but if you have less than 30 missiles, he will always do this farming attack, where he shoots these projectiles that you can farm for ammo. If you have more than 30 missiles, he has a chance of doing that little crescent-shaped beam that we saw, and that can be really annoying, one, because it slows down the fight, and two, because it can just hit you if you're not perfectly in the safe spot here. But yeah, there's a safe spot where you can stand for the GT fight where if you're on the right set of pixels, I believe it's like 12 to 7 pixels depending on what you're trying to do with it. But if you just stand there, GT will repeatedly try to jump away from you, and he'll just be jumping in place at the wall, and you can just kind of sit there and shoot stuff at him until he dies. All right, Crocomeyer's over there. We'll see if Divine goes for that or goes for the criteria map first. Looks like he's going for Croc first. Ooh, nice mock ball. That was clean. All right, so this fight.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again. Ooh, nice start for this fight. So the first two cycles of Croc, he doesn't actually step back, but he's like remembering how much damage you do, and then he will step back accordingly to how much damage you did. It's weird. But yeah, for every missile, Croc will step back once. For every super missile, he will step back 3 times. So if you get 2 missiles, then you count 2 steps and then shoot again. 2 missiles, 2 steps, 1, 2, shoot. You got 1 there, so 1 step, shoot. So if you are good with like counting and hitting your shots, you can pretty much flowchart this fight. He will sometimes give you a farming phase, which can slow things down a bit, but yeah, you can. I think Nito has his own strategy where I think it's like he does 3 missiles in a super, then he does 3 missiles in a super, and then he does the next 2 cycles he does 2 missiles in a super, and he's dead. So it takes literally 10 missiles and 4 supers, and Croc dies every time. But that's Nito being Nito. Most people don't have execution quite that good, but yeah, you can definitely flowchart that fight on how you do it with how you handle your ammo.
I mean, words, if you would stop making excuses.
Just stop making excuses and execute. Yeah, you're right. I should. But I'm not Nito. All right. I mean, they have to know Botwoon is in Criteria, right? Unless we just missed it. But there's this other major over here.
We definitely haven't seen Botwing though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's either Criteria or Wreck Chip.
Oh, do we not have Wreck Ship map either?
We don't.
I do find it a little odd they did Croc first and then they went for this major. This could be a situation where it's just like they just remembered it or decided during the fight to go for this. But if this is charge, you're going to feel a little bit bad because you could have just used that to speed up the Croc fight. But it's just bombs. Oh, okay. I didn't see this other criteria connector. That makes more sense now. Where is map? Up
Oh
and
yeah,
left.
over. Yeah.
Yeah,
Over
it's kind of between
them,
the two.
yeah.
But yeah, it looks like they never use this criteria connector, so this at least gives them like new territory to explore.
Well, that's kind of why I looked at the connectors to Criteria kind of oddly in the first place. I was like, there's like 3 different connectors.
Mhm.
Hey!
Oh, hi!
Look who it is!
You don't want to see that right now. They don't actually have enough ammo to do that fight.
Yep.
So, if he finds a farm, he'll have enough, but okay, this is good enough. Yeah.
Well, hey, well, you know, asking, you know, you should
Yeah.
receive.
It's not the fastest farm, so you would
Oh,
like. Oh,
and
that's okay. Yeah, I think they're leaving now. They're farming Baby Crate, and then they're gonna kill. Oh, they still need ammo for Mother Brain, so I think they still want the map. But yeah, Baby Crate will give you like 4 or 5 supers per room reload.
That's amazing.
Yep. So you're gonna kill Botwoon, probably go for Criteria map, or just look for supers on the way to Mother Brain.
I think they don't even need to look at the map at this point. Mother Brain's in Norfair and Ships in Brainstar.
Yep. But they need once. This is always an awkward spot. It's just like, I just need one more thing, and maybe it'll be behind this next door,
Is that
or
enough?
maybe I'll get on a rabbit trail and not like find anything ever. Yeah. So this fight, you need at minimum, you need 10 missiles or 30 supers. Each super is worth 3 missiles. But if you've ever tried to do this fight with anything other than charge beam, you probably understand the hitboxes in this fight are freaking janky. You can hit him square on the nose, and sometimes it still won't hit. So definitely, I fully support Divine coming in here over prepared on ammo, because you don't want to burn all your ammo on shots that just don't hit. Ooh, he might be dead now.
Ooh.
One more? I think it's
One
one
more.
more. Yeah. Yeah, Botwoon, when he's down to like, I don't know, 2 supers worth of health, maybe 3, he will like stop doing the spit attack, and then he's just gonna loop around like this
There
forever.
it is.
So yeah, Divine getting 4 hits on that last one was really, really nice, because then you don't have to deal with the fast fades for as long. All right. Yeah, I think it looks like Divine here is maybe considering blinding more doors just to look for 1 super instead of trying to go directly to map. Yeah, that map is kind of in the middle of nowhere, kind of no man's land. Yeah, Mother Brain, on the other hand, when you don't have charge, you need enough ammo to both break the tank and then kill Mother Brain. Mother Brain herself has 30 supers worth of health. The tank takes 36 missiles if you're using only missiles, or it's like 18 missiles and 3 supers. The math gets weird on that one. But he has enough missiles to break the tank. He just needs 1 more super pack to be able to kill Mother Brain. He could also collect 6 more missile packs, but that would take a while, and that would make for a kind of a frustrating fight even. Oh. Wait, is he going back? Yep. Yep. His only way back was to gate glitch through that crab room. Um, so instead he's opting to go back through criteria. Yeah, this is one of those where I think this is a good call. It definitely depends on your own confidence with gate glitching, but it's very important to have a sense of what can I do, what can I actually pull off, and when is it smarter to just bail instead of trying a trick that I'm gonna spend too much time on. Meanwhile, GDW fighting Fantoon, gonna get that Norfair map. Okay. So, yeah, I saw Divine and Nito looking through the maps. They might be banking on the Aqueduct X being a super. Oh, there's one here. Because they need one more super, and they both know that they're going to need one more super, yeah. So they're going to go for this Three Musketeers X and hope it's a super. Seems like they're just abandoning the criteria map, which is understandable. You blinded Botwoon. Don't need to push your luck there when there might not even be supers. This is like the weirdest bomb block in the game. When you're not trying to hit it, you'll just like randomly jump onto it and break it with screw attack. But then when you're trying to hit it, you can never actually find it. Okay, choosing to just revert to the criteria save. Yep, okay. Yeah, I think they're just kind of pivoting between different game plans here because it's like, we need our supers, we just got to figure out how to get them as efficiently as possible without taking unnecessary risks. And that can be kind of hard to figure out sometimes when the map doesn't actually tell you, hey, this is a super. It just says, hey, this is one of 2 items. Good luck. That's a dead Fantoon for GDW. Nice ammo station for Divine. Yeah, they're scouring the map, trying to find out, okay, how do we actually get a solution for Weather Brain? There is 1 X in Aqueduct down there, but if that's not a super, you've walked all the way down there for nothing. So, they could try to scrounge for the missiles on the way, because there are a lot of missiles, and if you get 6 of them, that makes up for one pack of super missiles on the Mother Brain fight. So you could try to do this on 70 and 25. It's not ideal, but it is a possibility. EDW struggling to navigate Spiky Room of Death. Very aptly named Spiky Room of Death. And he gets the news that, hey, here's Spore Spawn. Nice short charge for Divine. Gets you through this room a little bit quicker. Going down the sandpit, there are 2 items here. So there's a good chance you'll get at least a missile here. There's also a possibility you'll get a super missile here, because it shows the highest priority of item on the map tile. So the E-Tank takes priority over super missiles and power bombs. So it's very possible this is the super that they need. And it's a double E-Tank. Not that you don't want extra health, but it's not the thing that they need right now. All right, Divine making his way back to Norfair. We're gonna go through Sand Hall, then we're gonna get to top of West Ocean. And then, yeah, praying that they find a super. Yeah, it looks like they're just going straight to Aqueduct. If this isn't it, I think they're just gonna have to be scrounging for missiles. Oh. I don't remember where exactly it was. It was down, so maybe down this room. Key enter shaft. Yep, there it is. All right, show me supers.
There you go. Oh, and not getting the. Oh,
Rip.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
don't think he
hurt.
wanted to do that, but it's fine. He doesn't need the missiles. Oh, no, he did not mean to do that. Oh, anyone? Oh, hi, Gary.
So he does want those missiles.
Do not anger Gary. He is a vengeful god.
Yup. Whee!
All right, so 50 missiles and 30 supers. That leaves exactly 14 missiles of wiggle room. You can miss 14 missiles or 8 missiles and a super, or 2 supers and 2 missiles. Also, GDW in a bit of trouble here. He's not going to make it out. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he never found space jump. So
Nope.
that room's a lot more difficult than it was for Divine. Divine gonna farm up his health because he needs health. Okay, he already had 30 supers. Yep. So just get enough health from Mother Brain, and he's gonna go into the fight. That is enough runway to short charge a spark from Mother Brain, but it looks like he's just gonna commit to the Ice Beam Zeb skip. Because going across multiple rooms like this can be a little bit awkward. And he's through. Nicely done. Yeah, he definitely seems a lot more comfortable with that than he did with the speed skip in the last seed. Oh, careful. Okay. If you, I have been in situations before where you fall in the acid and then you accidentally unmorph and freeze one of the Rinkas above your head, and then you just get stuck sitting in the acid until you can kill the Rinka and jump out. Very dangerous. You lose a lot of health that way. Alright, so he used 3 supers, and then he burned... I think he might need 1 more missile here. Oh, he missed a super. Okay, this is getting a little scary. Okay. He can't miss anything else. And he's dead.
No.
That was a scary mother brain fight. But he's got more tries. He doesn't know how far ahead he is, so he's definitely going to be feeling the pressure, but he can try this a few more times for sure. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate there's no save in Big Pink, because this walk back and having to farm again is a little bit annoying. Oh, he remembered the Kago. There's a Kago here. That's a bit of a faster farm than the bugs in Big Pink. That's a very resourceful option. All right, take two. Where was ship, by the way, on this one? I forgot. Brinstar, I see it. Okay. Shout outs to screenshots. Okay, so that's not very far, actually. Okay, so Divine needs to fire 18 missiles here, and then all of his supers, and that will be enough to kill. He can afford to miss 2 supers and make up for it with missiles. Catch up. Okay, he dodged the first one. That should be a dead mother brain. It is. Okay. Divine, be careful. If you run into mother brain too fast, there's always a chance you'll take a double hit. And if you're not careful, you can damage down too much so that you just die when the rainbow beam comes through. But he's fine. All right, escape timer guesses. Dang it, I meant to say the thing, but I was too focused on the fight. 130, Blue Lionel, very, very close. 5 seconds off. All right, so he's gonna have to go up here. He's gonna have to find his way back to West Ocean, I think. Unless there was another loop that I missed. And then up here, and then I think it's gonna put him out by the sand pits. And then should be just a quick loop around to get back to ship.
Yep, that should definitely be enough time to get him back to the ship. And get your GGs in chat with an official finish time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 15 seconds. Divine will move on in the lower bracket. Unfortunately, this means the end of the tournament for GDW. But
yeah, shout outs to all the mentees and the mentors. This has been a really, really cool tournament. I've really been enjoying doing it, and it's been cool to watch a lot of the runners play and improve throughout the time that they've been in this tournament. We should be joined by both of our runners in interviews here shortly. Let me make sure they get the invite links.
Divine, welcome in. GG.
GG's.
We are joined by Divine and sorry, I'm multitasking.
Wow, how dare you?
Hello, Divine GG's.
Discord
Hello,
message
Nito.
saying hey.
Hello.
Of course.
GG's. Yeah, I think the first question is obvious. How do y'all feel about Dragon?
Okay, so we have an explanation for that.
Oh dear.
Sorry.
Was this some game 1 shenanigans?
Yeah, so we searched the entire world looking for Dragon when she was right in the starting zone, and our excuse for that was that we had already blinded the top right of Everest, like to the point where we were 2 rooms away from Dragon, but then decided to turn around. So when it came time to actually getting the map for, I believe that was Meridia, we were just like,
Yeah, we already
just had
saw
a-
it.
we had a
Okay.
big old blind
Uh-huh.
spot there. Because we were like, all right, we don't have to pay attention to that because we cleared that earlier.
Yeah, that was very confusing, I have to say, because we're like, because you got the map early enough, and it's like, oh, this could be a jet seed, and then you're going to Criteria,
Yeah.
you're going to all these other zones, and it's like, are they looking for ship? Like, just blind the escape at that point. You have all the bosses. Like,
Oh, yeah, no, that was just
Yeah, no.
overlookies from both of us.
Yep.
yep.
Overlookies.
Overlookies indeed.
I just want to mention we did blind the ship, huh? We had that information. Get that on you. Got him.
Nice.
Also, welcome to Hi in GDW.
Welcome,
Hi.
GG's.
Hi,
Okay. Can we just say that Mother Brain was out for blood?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh dear.
When it happened, I'm like, did Mother Brain just
Oh,
walk
no.
up slowly into onion ring?
Oh no.
So I was facing Mother Brain with 2 + 2, and I think I had what 50 30.
50-30.
Yeah,
50-30.
Yep.
And so like I had basically like almost no room for error. So I'm like, I'm taking it slowly, and then Mother Brain's like, step up,
No, you're not.
step up, step up, and I'm like, please go away.
I am uncomfortable. I need an adult.
So I did take a death and roll, not a death, but essentially I would have died from a rainbow
Yeah,
beam. So I had to
that counts as a
very
death.
sad.
It's a
Yeah.
death, yeah.
Man, way to make him feel better, guys. GG.
Yeah,
No, that was a death, yeah.
no, you died. It's cool. But overall, I feel like otherwise we played pretty well. Besides the mistakes for recognizing the boss location there, and then like game 2 kind of got a little weird with like
Yet.
where it felt like we needed to be going. It felt like so much was open with having so little, and it's easy to just like feel lost on.
Yep. I think
What
we
is
made
it?
that comment several times. We're just like, okay, they have power bombs. That opens up so many things, which is a problem because you don't know where to go.
Yeah,
Like it took us a while to find the first super missile pack because like we had to go around so much just trying to look for places where we could go, and it was a matter, it was kind of like, oh, we have 1+1, we can technically go to this heat room here and try to get some stuff, we can technically go to this place, so it was a bit annoying on that. I don't even remember exactly. Oh, right. So Morph Ball was down on Croc Speedway, and we took a while to find that.
Yep.
Because the first time we did go there, we didn't have much health.
Mm-hmm.
And Power Bombs were where?
Our bombs were.
Mm,
Dang it, I forgot already.
It was close to Rexship main shaft, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it was around there, right?
so they were in Screw Attack Room.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, so it took us a while to find the power bombs, and then even more a while to find the supers because we just were kind of running back and forth, and it was like, oh, now we have power bombs, we can
Mhm.
get
Which is
this, we
funny.
can't get the map.
You both found different supers. I think Divine found the technically correct first supers.
Yeah.
Because after you get power bombs, there's party room up in Criteria that had space jump, and then you use space jump to get across the GT crumbles to get your supers there.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing it early, but I'm like 2 tanks or like 1+1. I'm like, it's a little
Yeah.
iffy.
But
No.
the amount of time it would have saved when you look back on it, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which and
But
then
you can't know
GDW
that. You can't know that in the moment.
Exactly. And then GDW and Soha, you guys went up to Rexship to find your guys' first official super pack, even though we had
Yeah.
already recognized, GZ has supers.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
we also saw that earlier. We just didn't have the things.
we just needed a solution for
Mhm.
that, which
Yeah.
could have been technically the power bomb jump thingy, but
Yeah. I think that's in hard. But
That
yeah.
is
is
hard,
hard
yeah.
logic.
But yeah, they ended up going. It was like they ended up getting Varia first before getting supers.
Ooh,
Interesting.
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's like you can use power bombs to get to Varia or space jump, and either one of those two gets you to a super pack.
Where was Shari again?
Greenbryn Shaft.
West. Oh,
You had to go
Green
down.
Red.
You had to go down
Etiquette.
Greenbryn Shaft.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ranch on. I was proud of myself for disagreeing with Nito because he's like, you should go get that whatever the major Anturian was. I'm like, you're going through a green gate there, and I'm not comfortable with that. So I'm like, I'm not going that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that it would just loop back through the other C entrance,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
you know, I wasn't going to push Divine to do something that he.
I feel like
Yeah.
if this
Didn't
was a
wanna do
hard
that.
tricky, that might have been the play, but because this is a medium and it has much higher requirements for things, I was like, I don't think it wants us to go into criteria.
Which,
Although that was where Batoon was. If you had to loop back
Yeah.
through there.
looking back on it now, we would have been fine just doing
Yeah.
that loop because it would just go back
Yeah.
through Gauntlet, and that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But I
I
understand
think either decision is
the
good there.
hesitation
Yeah.
with that.
And we did immediately get Varia because of it, so
Yeah.
little bit of this, little bit of that.
Yeah.
I would like to know where Charge was. It had to be Criteria or Wreck Ship.
Oh, I
Right.
didn't.
Yeah, probably.
Let's rewind the video a little bit. Let's see.
Oh yeah, the credits, right?
Credits.
let's see, Space, or was it
Charge Beam is in
Varia?
wrecked ship.
Yep, okay.
Oh, yep, that makes sense.
Yep, so
there
Criteria
were-
map would not have really helped you there.
There were
No.
so many X's in Norfair that it just didn't feel worth trying to
Yeah.
sink any time into
Yeah.
looking for Charge.
Makes sense. Yeah, because y'all went in with what 5 and then came out with 25, I think.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
And then eventually went down to Aqueduct for 30, so pretty much all the
Yeah.
supers we got besides the first
Yeah.
ones were in Norfair.
How about that Gary, man?
Do not anger the Gary. He is a vengeful god.
He's gonna nibble your ankles.
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
make you bonk your head.
Yeah,
Yep.
he literally got in the
sparked
way.
twice and got bonked on the second one.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, because I missed the jump to the missiles and aqueduct to the top right. Like I had to go back up in the second time. I just bonked my head on that Gary because he was trapped in the little box.
Okay, Divine, we have a question specifically for you.
Keep
Oh, boy.
beating.
There was a moment in a lava farm tunnel, where you were farming up, and then you took some hits. Things got a little bit awkward, and then you laid a power bomb before dropping down to health bomb range.
Oh no.
We have to wonder, because if you were trying to intentionally set up the permanent low health beep, that's exactly how you would do it. So were you just doing
No.
that out of spite for the commentators?
No, the left door was a power bomb door.
Oh, okay, that makes more
Yeah,
sense.
he-
we were
Yeah, he
we
was
were really
just trying to
confused by
take care of
that,
the
and we're
door.
like, yeah. Like, you couldn't have done that better if you tried. Just be like, I know the beeping annoys them. I'm just gonna make it permanent now.
No.
I was just like, Nito's influencing him already.
I don't even know the
Absolutely
conditions
not.
for power bomb beeping.
I would never corrupt the child.
Okay.
Ugh.
Well,
This is one of the modes that is. I don't know what the worst mode is, but this is one of the ones. I think Metroid's in tricky and hard tricky is like terrible, but I don't know how it is in medium.
I know there are some people who strongly dislike it, but I think that's more down to like how you are at doing power bomb on Metroid rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I do know there like it has a reputation from the season 3 and season 4 tournaments, but I think that's more because you don't have Mother Brain 2 in those settings. These settings is just like, yeah, you need Ice Beam or power bombs to be able to do the Metroid rooms. So it's like low equipment, and they're kind of all the same in terms of what you need. So there's not a lot of variety in the individual objectives. But I don't know.
I was gonna say, if you
Settings
don't
get
like
weird.
this, if you don't like this, you could play ammo balance.
Yeah, absolutely not.
That is a tournament that's going on right now. I think is it the whole weekend? I'm not sure. I haven't been keeping up.
I think right now they're just doing qualifiers.
Gotcha. But yeah, in addition to more mentor tournament matches on Speed Gaming, we do have an ammo balanced tournament in the works right now. So yeah, stick around on Speed Gaming. We have lots of map rando to come. With that, Divine will be moving on in the bracket. You will be facing XLNX minus X in round 3 of the lower bracket. And GDW, you are unfortunately out of the bracket, but we want to say thank you so much for joining. Yeah, this has been a great tournament. Hope everyone has had a good time, and it's been cool to see everyone learning and improving throughout the tournament. So thank you for being here. Hope you had a good time. Any final thoughts from our runners and mentors before we sign off?
For me.
Good. I mean, don't let this be the end of map rando for you. Constantly strive and improve.
Yo, to be honest. Oh, sorry. To be honest, I know I've been where you were. I was absolutely dog water at map randos, and just I got into the Super Metroid randomizer like October last year, and I barely knew how to do any of the tricks. And it was a road to get to being average. I consider myself that, so like you learn on the way there, on the games you play and stuff. So it's like, yeah, as long as you enjoy having fun, enjoy learning the new tricks and stuff, I think it's always something that you can take good things out of.
Thanks.
Yeah, I can speak firsthand with the improvements that I'm seeing, because right before this match, Divine and I are hanging out in the Mentor voice channel, and I'm just watching him do Ridley fights for warming up, and he's doing all these fights like pretty clean. Like it's really nice to see. And then for game one, his Ridley fight looked really good, so I can see it translating into the seed itself, and it's really paying off. So I'm so happy to always see these improvements like coming to life inside of the race. So good job to everybody involved, and keep working at it.
GG's, everybody.
GG's.
Alrighty, words, take us out of here.
All right. Yep, that is going to do it for us. Thank you, all of you, for putting on a show for us. Thank you, Ruben, for joining me on tracking and commentary. Thank you, everyone at home, for watching. And thank you, Speed Gaming, for putting on all of these streams for all these different games. Yeah, that's going to do it for us. Thank you, everyone, for watching again, and we will see you next mission.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.